Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chicano Hollywood Podcast. Hey, guys, I'm your host, JR. I am really excited about things that are happening, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. We put a lot of thought, a lot of effort. Making sure we're bringing on some good guests that can give you guys a lot of good information. But most importantly, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, you're sharing everything that we're doing, because we want to make sure that this podcast, this Chicano Hollywood BTS, is for you. So every week we throw out reels, we throw out promotional stuff. Reshare it. That's all it takes. Just reshare. Hey, we're resharing a lot of your guys' stuff, so you'll help by resharing some of our stuff as well, because we have a lot of things that are happening, man. Make sure you guys go to our website. Make sure you guys are following us on social media, on all our social media platforms, and make sure you guys are going to YouTube as well. If you guys missed an episode or want to see other videos and other things that we're doing, go to our YouTube channel as well. There is so many things happening. We have the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. That's right. We have a film festival coming out. Make sure you guys, like I said, in order to find out what is taking place, you got to go to our website, ChicanoHollywood.com. Go to our website, find out all the details. Even go to the link in our bios. You could click all the things that are happening as well. There is so many things happening, but you got to get involved. If you haven't downloaded our app on Roku or Apple TV, you got to do that too. We have so much great content of people that are giving us their personal content that they put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and movies and episodic series and all kinds of things. Look at, you guys can view it there as well. Make sure you guys are going to the app as well, Chicano Hollywood app. We got so many things taking place. I love it. We love what's happening, but it's only happening because of your guys' support. So make sure you guys continue to support everything that we're doing. Make sure you guys, if you guys want more information about things, hey, if you see Johnny at an event, go right up to Johnny, tell him, hey, what's up, man? and he'll give you more information as well about how you could get more involved in the things that we're doing. I hope it's released already since we're doing this video, or it's going to be released, but we have a new thing that that's going to go out that I'm in as well. It's called Sabrina. It's a great episodic series about a young girl who's going through so much, putting on a quinceanera, and I had the opportunity to play the father in the role, and that's the role I played, and it's a really good episodic series. I hope you guys enjoy that as well. But like I said, man, this platform has been created for you, to showcase you Chicanos, you Latinos, you Hispanics that are out there doing so many things. We want to showcase you, so DM us, let us know. Even let us know too. I mean, I know we're releasing these videos at 7 a.m. in the morning on Wednesdays, but if you guys give us some more input, let us know if we want to release it maybe towards the evening, afternoon. We're trying to make sure that we find the right time so that everybody benefits from it and everyone gets an opportunity as well to watch your episode. So, thank you guys so much for being a part of what we're doing. Continue, like I said, to like, share, subscribe. It's all about us. We're building us. And if you want more information, go to ChicanoHollywood.com. Subscribe to what we're doing. And right now, I'm going to take a quick break. We have an amazing guest. She's a young lady, Yubi. She's going to come on. She's a comedian. She's does a film director. I mean, she writes trucks. My God. You guys got to check her out. Her social media is amazing. She does a lot of funny things. But I'm going to take a quick break, and I want you guys to check out Chicano Spotlight with Bethania. We'll be right back.
All right, so for this week's Chicano Spotlight, we were headed over to City Hall. We got invited by Councilwoman Imelda Padilla, who is a great friend of ours. This May, she chose different Latino community leaders to celebrate and to honor in efforts to really reclaim the spirit of Cinco de Mayo. We got to share a bit about what we do at Chicano Hollywood in front of the entire LA City Council. We're recognized along with our friends at Choa Vision and From the Streets to the Set, and just a great group of Latino creators trying to make a difference with our community. So thank you, Imelda and the LA City Council, for making today happen.
Okay, everybody, we are back, and like I said before, we have a special guest, and she's all the way from LA, California. Let's welcome Yubi to Chicano Hollywood Podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I know you flew in this morning to get here. It was packed out, and everything. But you made it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
fact that you're here.
Thank you
and
so
stuff.
much.
But no, let's get right into it. I mean, you're a comedian, filmmaker, director, actress. I recently a union driver.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm a Teamster 399.
A Teamster?
Yep.
So you drive what?
Well, I had to drive semi. I learned to drive a
What?
semi.
What? You?
Yeah, I worked for the TV show Lincoln Lawyer,
What?
Home Economics with Topher Grace, Sugar with Colin Farrell. I've done a couple of shows. And yeah, I've been in the union now for 3 years.
Nice.
But this past year has been really slow. I haven't been working. I haven't worked for a year now, but during that year, I've been producing commercials and also working on my feature film, Joaquin.
No, I know. And let's talk about the Joaquin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about everything. I mean, I want to talk about everything. That's where we're
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Let's talk about
yeah.
everything.
No,
So,
sure.
but I love the fact because I see some of your videos and stuff. And honestly, it was funny because last week we had Rubiana, and I thought Rubiana was you because you're a Yubi. And I was like, and Oscar goes,
Yubiana.
yeah, he goes, you got it confused, bro. I sent you because I was looking at it and then I seen that you did some skets with Jesus Sepulveda.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about the one, I go, yeah, no, the one where he peed on the wall. And she's like, who's peed on what wall? And I go,
awesome.
that's you. Oh my God, sorry. I was like,
Yeah, no, actually, Jesus and I go way back. I was actually recently on his podcast too.
Nice.
But I met him. I used to work at Stand Up Live in Phoenix because I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And it's one of the biggest comedy clubs in Arizona. And I worked there for, I think, 3 years. And he would always come every year with Fluffy. And I'd always talk to him and I'd be like, hey, one day I'm going to move to LA. Don't forget about me. And we've been friends for a decade now. So we've known each other for a while. And just to see where he's come up, it's pretty incredible. But yeah.
No, isn't that crazy? You moved from Arizona to here.
Yeah.
And I when I started, because I wanted to be an actor, I did wanted to be an actor, but then I was like, nah, I'm going to get into the producing side. But I would be on set. I was on set. I was LA casting. No, Central casting. Central
Yeah.
casting where they book everybody to be on all the shows and stuff.
Yeah.
You never did that? Central casting?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
okay,
I
Central
did that.
casting. And I would meet people, and it's crazy because they will huddle. Everybody, kind of huddles in the holding and stuff. And
Yeah.
where are you from? Oh, I'm from Omaha. I'm from here. I'm from there. And then they come to me, where you at? Right here.
Yeah.
LA. They're like, you're from LA right here? Did you
Yeah.
just born and raised? I go, yeah, but just to hear the stories. And when we were off camera, you said you packed up your car.
Yeah.
And you headed here.
Yeah.
And that's the most, the story that everyone hears, that they pack up their car,
Yeah.
they move to California
Yeah.
to make it in the industry.
Yeah. I cried.
You cried.
I cried.
The whole way here.
I mean, I think if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see a vlog of me crying because saying how scared I was to move to LA, not knowing
No
anybody.
family?
I mean, I do have family, but they're more in Garden Grove, Riverside area.
Okay.
I was going to LA, and I didn't know anybody there. And I literally found somebody on Craigslist to live
What?
with. I shared a king size bed with the girl I didn't even know.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, to save money.
Okay, what?
Yeah, okay, I know. it's a
How
lot.
was that? No, but how was that presented? Renting half my bed?
The girl wouldn't get rid of the king size bed. I was like, bro, did you what? The room was huge. It
Okay.
was huge. And we had 2 closets and everything. And she's like, the bed stays. You could get a twin size bed and it would fit perfectly. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to sleep in the king size and I sleep in the twin? Or
Yeah.
and they were like, bro, it's going to take up so much space. Let's just share it. And I'm like,
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's crazy. I've never. Oh wow!
yeah, I did it for
Welcome to Hollywood.
Yeah, welcome to Hollywood. She kicked me and she's like, you talk in your sleep. I was like, what did I say? She's like, it was rated R.
It was rated
Go to confession. We were Catholic. She's Catholic girls too. She's like, you need to go to confession.
Oh
on
my
Sunday.
God, that is crazy. I loved it. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
really funny.
I would never, because you hear about people because they, don't get me wrong. I mean, the industry has opened up and into different areas now that,
Yeah.
where you could kind of, I guess, get into the whole Hollywood scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to do something, I've had family members ask me, oh, hey, JR, I live in Vegas. How can I get involved? I go, we got to come to California. You got to come to LA. I don't know what to tell you about Vegas,
Yeah.
But that's crazy. So what were some of your experiences here? Wait, hold on. Were you doing anything? Okay, you're at the comedy club out there.
Yeah, I was working as a server.
As a surfer. Okay,
Yeah.
so but you weren't getting into the industry yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to. I mean, it's been my dream since I was little to be an actress, and
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching Disney Channel, Hilary Duff, That's So Raven. Oh my God, I just dreamed of just being an actress.
Yeah.
And I graduated Arizona State University. I hated school, but I still pushed myself to finish.
Oh, no,
And
that's
then
good.
It took me 6 years to graduate, and then I worked at Yelp for a year, saved my money, and whatever. I think I saved like $2,000 to $3,000, and literally found the cheapest share room situation for I think $800, which my rent at the time was $500 in Arizona, so that was still a big jump.
Wow. Yes.
yeah.
You're like, oh my God, California prices is crazy.
Yeah, and then so I lived there, and I worked at a Yard House in Burbank, and
Wow.
I literally went up. I didn't have a job, so I just like had to pitch myself, and I said to the guy, "Hi, I'm Yubi. Like, you be hiring me because you be the one. I could sell drinks." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "You're not gonna find
You really
another
went to
crazy
an
one."
interview like that?
Yeah, I went
Oh
like that.
my
I said, "I want
God.
to speak to the manager," and they're like, "The manager's busy right now." I'm like, "It's 2 p.m. He's not busy. I want to talk to him." It's like, "I'm not leaving until I talk to him." Okay.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God. No, you have to be aggressive like that
Yeah,
sometimes.
and I got the job, and literally like the first week I got the job, I had my place, and then COVID happened. That's what changed my life.
okay.
It was COVID. Because
You
I
moved down here to make it, and then it just shut down.
everything shut down. I was only here for 6 months, 2019, and then in March, I think everything
Yeah, it was
shut
March,
down.
20 yeah.
And I was still working as a server, and then I started classes at Groundlings. I was starting classes for acting. I got an
Wow.
agent, a commercial agent. Like, things were finally going, and then it shut down, and I cried.
Oh my God.
And I was so sad. I was like, no, mis sueños. ¿Por qué?
No, and that's amazing. I love the fact because you're a young woman. You have a passion.
Yeah.
You said, you know what, I'm gonna go make it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it. And you, like you said, you've been doing a lot of projects.
Yeah.
And how you're a comedian, right?
Yeah, I'm a comedian.
Yeah, so you're a comedian, and so what are some of the places you've done so far?
Yeah, so I was doing a lot of stand up back in 2019, but then when COVID happened, everything shut down. And I'll just give you like the fast, quick story is that, I was bored, and my parents have a ranch in Jalisco, Mexico, in Tepatitlan de Morelos.
Okay, go ahead. I know your audience is.
Yeah, okay. And I was quarantined there for like 4 or 5 months, and I was really bored. So I dressed up as my dad, I dressed up as my mom, and I created a whole little I'm kind of like the Tyler Perry Latina because
I love it.
I ended up
love it.
becoming multiple characters, and I created a whole little web series called El Rancho. And from there, I wrote all of this, and then every day I'd go and I'd film myself. I had to use a broom to focus. I mean, I was a one-man show. I did
broom?
it all. A broom to be able to focus, and I used the tripod, and I had to talk to myself, and I learned to twin myself like the Parent Trap.
Oh,
so I could talk to
wow.
myself with different characters, and that's where I kind of started learning the skill of filmmaking and watching YouTube tutorials. And yeah, I mean, if you go on my YouTube page, you'll see the 13-episode web series. But
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
yeah, so then when I came back from all of that, instead of focusing on stand-up comedy and doing that, I started writing a spin-off off of my first show, and I called it Joaquin. And I really wanted to make this movie, and I would pray to God, please, 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 God, give me a job that I could just sit around, do nothing, and make a shit ton of money. And that's how I got my commercial driver's license. Because I got an opportunity, because one day I went to Arizona and I shot an episode, my first episode of Joaquin, where he's hitchhiking a ride in the middle of the road coming from Mexico. Because, I mean, the whole movie is pretty much about an immigrant that comes to LA to look for the girl that left his ranch unexpectedly. And it's kind of his challenges, entering a country where he doesn't speak the language. It's really funny. It's like slapstick a little. It's like stupid funny. But anyways.
And it's you.
And it's me. So I play Joaquin. Anyways,
Wow.
I was going to cast a Joaquin, okay? I was, but I couldn't afford it. All right. I didn't want to dress up as a boy. But anyways, So I go and I film this in Payson, Arizona. And believe it or not, Raul, who's sitting here, is my sound guy. He volunteered his services, incredible sound guy. I didn't have any money. Gave him like $50 for gas, paid my actor $50 for gas. But get this.
Wow.
I went to a restaurant to eat, and little did I realize that the owner of this restaurant was going to change my life, because he gave me an opportunity to enter one of the hardest unions, which is the 399 union, that is so difficult to get in. Like, you really need to know somebody at the top. And he's at the top. And I told him what I was doing, and he's like, oh, well, right now we're hiring drivers. If you'd like, I could get you a job. And I was like, sure. He's like, you're going to have to get your CDL. And I was like, trucks? He's like, yeah. And I was like, so scared to drive a truck. And he's like, and that's kind of how I entered the union. And I worked like 6 months learning to get my commercial driver's license. And it was the hardest thing of my life to get. And I got it. And once I got it, I started working for these TV shows, making a lot of money. And I still never upgraded my life. I never got a new apartment, a new car, and I just put that money into my movie.
No, that's amazing. And that's what you have to do, because usually some people, when they get that kind of money, they go from living frugal to all of a sudden like just buying everything they want.
Yeah.
And not realizing, no, you invested. That's great.
Yeah, you could either invest it. Like, my mom's still sad that I didn't buy a house. I'm like, sorry, Mom. Sorry.
Your mom, I'm on my way. I'm going to do it. Don't worry.
I hope so, man. But yeah, I stopped stand-up. I've been focusing on just filmmaking. And then, I learned how difficult it is to make a movie. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to make it like that. Like, no, apparently you need
what
sound.
are some of the obstacles that you're going through? And be honest. What are some of the obstacles? Because people need to hear. I mean, you're a young lady.
Yeah.
You're out here. You're making films. You're producing films. What are some of the obstacles?
You just have to do it, and you'll literally learn every single time. I mean, we'd go and film one episode, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot the tape, or I forgot the scissors. I need an extension cord. And now when I go and produce something, my checklist is on top. I'm like, I'm not forgetting nothing. Even the first aid kit I'm bringing. You never know. But also working with people. I think the biggest obstacle is making sure you hire the right people, because that's what's going to save you. I was having a lot of sound issues, and you learn that, like, okay, sometimes you have to make the hard decisions of either letting somebody go, and it's not because like they're bad, it's just like you guys don't vibe, or like you're not connecting.
You have
in
to
the same,
vibe.
or it's a different style. Like, your style's a little different of what I'm looking for,
right?
And it's making that hard decision of like, hey, like, I really appreciate working with you, but it's like I'm gonna go a different direction. Making those hard. That hurt, but
I'll just send someone to do it for me.
Yeah, I know. Like, hey,
but you're the producer, so you have to do it.
Exactly.
You're
yeah. But I mean, you got to make something with love. You have to care about it. You can't be doing it just to be famous or anything. You got to do everything that you do. You do it like. Why do we love mom's cooking? Because it comes from mom, or grandma. And when you're creating something, it's an art because it comes from you. It's your experiences, your life, and you can't be thinking about pleasing other people, because if you're thinking about pleasing, you're never going to please everybody. And trust me, I think when this movie comes out, people are going to hate on me. There's always going to be them haters. But it's like, you know what? Like, it's not about that. It's about you're going to attract the right people, and the right people that like your stuff. Because my dad always told me, mija, pa todo hay gente. Pa todo hay gente. So
what does it mean in English?
Which means
Pocho, sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna tell you. For everything there's people. Yeah. So like, even if you're trying to sell like this shitty ring here, like somebody will buy this ring for $50, but somebody will be like, that's worth 10 cents. It just depends on what value you see in it.
That's right.
And what you're waiting to whatever you got to wait and know that it's worth something, right?
I like that,
so, and because nobody's going to believe in you the way that you believe in yourself. And I think when I'm so sorry. I think when you believe in yourself and you feel it, I think other people feel it too, and they gravitate towards that.
Yeah, you attract that. You attract it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to. You said something key. You said a lot of people they do it because they want to be famous.
Yeah.
And that's so true. I mean, people come to Hollywood because they don't know what's going to take place. They just come with the attitude like, I want to be famous.
Yeah.
Not even to just work or just be a part of something, yeah, they have the mindset like, I'm going to Hollywood because I want to be famous.
Yeah.
And with that mindset, like you said, if you have that mindset, it's like, I wanted to be an actor because I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
I wanted to be famous, so I wrote my own film as well and did all this stuff and got it produced and stuff. But then as we started doing it, I was like, wait a minute, I don't want to be famous. I want to make money.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to go on the producing. And don't get me wrong, be an actress or an actor. If you're great at it, do it. But there's going to be a time of struggle.
Oh,
as an
100%.
actress or an actor, you know, or a
100%.
producer and stuff. You're going to have a times of struggle. And what have kept you through those times that you have been struggling, you know, and saying, maybe even questioning yourself? What are some of the things that have been pushing you through?
I mean, just knowing who you are. I think for me, I think we all come with the mindset of wanting to be famous because you want to be liked, you want to be perceived like up there. There is like a power that comes from that. But I also do think that, you know, like the line they say, with great power comes great responsibility. And that is no more further than the truth. And I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying my journey right now of not being famous because I feel like I'm able to fully still discover who I am and not feel super judged. Like, I mean, whatever I put on social media, you know, thank God I don't have like thousands and thousands of people watching my story because then I do feel that sense of like, oh my God, people are going to make fun of this, or, you know, you get that like second
critique
thought.
every little thing.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I can't really support a lot of my friends' work because people are going to be like, that's not on brand. That's not on brand. And it's sort of like, you know, you get more criticism and you get more in your head with things. So if anything, being famous kind of scares me. I feel like I've already made it, honestly, because I just have done so much work on myself that I don't need the validation of just like a whole bunch of people like saying like, oh my God, like you're on TV, you're doing this and that and that. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. There's gratitude in that, of course. But again, it's that heaviness of like that responsibility that scares me.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they put like this whole, they put you on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You can't eat what you want to eat. You can't dress the way you want to dress. You can't do anything. Because they'll be like, why are you wearing that?
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I'm just me myself.
Yeah. Or like tomorrow I want to be like dressed a little different, you know? Like, I don't know. I see what you're saying, but yeah. And I think that's what it is. I mean, I do get scared with my Joaquin character because people are going to see me as Joaquin and they're going to be like, "It's Joaquin, el hombre," like I'm a girl, you know, because I'm just like, man, sorry, I cussed.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I hope I don't get it.
No, I love it. I love the fact because like the other day, like I said, I did background work. So I was in a lot of shows because as I started doing background work, Kenneth Castillo was on the show. Kenneth Castillo was on the show not too long ago, and he said something that's very true. He said, make friends with the casting people, you know, all those type of people. Yes, it's cool to make friends with some of the actors and actresses and all that stuff, but they're not really going to get you into the films, you know, because they're working just as hard as you are. But you got to get close to the casting directors and all them. And when I was doing background work, I got casted a lot on CSI Miami, NCIS, Melrose plays the new one. House, the show House. I mean, I'm kind of giving my age right now, but you know, but there was a lot of shows that were hot. You know, they were hot, and I got casted a lot because I was cool with the casting directors.
Yeah,
they would just call me by name. Hey, JR, you cool tomorrow? Yeah, sure. Put me on, dude. Call me on set. Hey, I know you're gonna get off at 11 p.m., but you don't mind going in at 6, you know, a.m. I'm like, yeah, shoot, just book me. And I got that. So I got booked on a lot of things. But the other day, 2 days ago, my cousin, he just DM'd me. He's like, what the heck, dude? Why are you in a police lineup? And I was like, oh, yeah, I did that. But it's like stuff is still being, like, what is it called? When it goes
recycled.
Yeah, recycled. and it's going, and I laugh because it was one of my first shows I was ever on.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Oh, my God. I forgot his name, but I got told off by the PA. because the main actor, he I didn't know. He goes, hey, they broke for lunch. They go, hey, let's go to lunch. Okay, so I'm going to lunch. Walking with him. I go to the front of the line with him because we're talking and stuff. And the PA comes running and goes, what the bleep are you doing, mother? You know,
oh my God, talking to you like that?
Yeah, cast members eat first. This and that. Your background, you got to eat.
Oh my
and I'm like this, and I have my tray, and I'm like,
oh,
my first time ever, because I'm talking to the main actor. I'm like, and the main actor, he's Latino, so he's like, hey, mother. He started cussing at him. Hey, and he looked at the line, which was the director, the producer, everybody's in the line, and he goes, does anybody mind that he's eating with me? And they're like, no. He's hey, he's eating with me. And I was like, oh. So I looked, after he left, I looked at the main actor, like, I forgot his name. I have a picture of it. I go, I'm gonna get fired because I didn't know I didn't know the rules.
Yeah,
that was my
rules.
first time. He asked, "Hey, come eat with me." All right, let's go eat. So yeah, they sent me a picture and stuff. But that's just like you say, it's a cool thing. Like I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to be famous. Now when people send me that. Or they sent me the chef. I was on the movie Chef.
Yeah. With
Scarlett Johansson and all them. And there's this restaurant scene.
I did watch that movie, actually.
Oh, you'll see me. I'm in the restaurant scene when he does the chocolate and he starts throwing it. And it's like that. I'm right there like the camera's always on me. So everyone always screenshots it and sends it to me. Hey, bro, you're famous. I'm like, I just laugh. Like, oh, man, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember anything.
You got that face.
Yeah.
You got that
look. It was
look.
funny, though.
Yeah.
But now... Like you said, thinking about it, I enjoy more producing, creating. Like you.
There you go.
You're producing, you're creating, you're a Latina.
Yeah.
Latina Chicana, where you at?
Yeah, I'm Latina. I'm first gen. First generation.
First generation Latina. Yeah. Okay.
First generation Latina. Mira,
she's
ya tú
Latina.
sabes, papi. Aquí andamos.
I have no idea what she said. But it was good. No, and I love the fact because I have two daughters and I want to see my daughters succeed and stuff. And I know, and I've always shared with them that it's rough out there. Do what you gotta do, make it happen. And you being a Latina filmmaker, and I'm focusing on the Latina part. Has there been any obstacles because you are Latina, because you are a woman type obstacles?
Yeah, actually. When I got my commercial agent before COVID, I was auditioning like crazy. I think I did over 100 auditions and I didn't get cast once.
Wow.
I think I got cast as a background for a Cricket Wireless commercial. Wow. And I think it was because, mind you, I was a little bit heavier than I am now. And my casting agent would tell me, Yubi, you are one of thousands of Latinas that look just like you, who are skinnier, who are prettier. And I'm just like, he's like, don't take this the wrong way. But he did kind of tell me, you either need to fit in the plus size, which you don't because you're kind of in the middle, or you need to lose weight and be like,
right, yeah.
Yeah. And he really put it to me clear. And I had some friends that said, Yubi, if you come to New Mexico, you'll have more opportunities because there's so many in the pool here in LA.
Yeah.
Then COVID happened again and I just created my own opportunities. And now I'm actually going back to the commercial world and I'm starting to look for casting opportunities and commercials and stuff.
Isn't it crazy that Hollywood could be they're able to get away with what's the word? Maybe you can help me. Being like, we're looking for short, skinny, so precise that if you were to go to a regular job and they put that they're looking at, they'll get it for discrimination.
Yeah.
But Hollywood gets away with it. They literally say what they want, and you can't. It's not discrimination. That's what they want for that role. And if you fit, you fit it. You don't, you don't.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know what to say with that one.
But and you're right that you have to look different because when I used to get casted in background, they told me the same thing with you, like they told you with me, because every Latino Chicano had a fade, zero, and they go, JR, you don't stand out.
Yeah.
So you need to grow your hair out.
Yeah.
So when I was getting casted, I grew my hair out on purpose so that I could be me. And now no one, because I could get a fade from everybody. I could get a bald head from anybody.
Yeah.
There's, like you said, there's thousands of bald heads. There's thousands of people that have fades. But you, as with you look, you have to kind of twist it a little bit and stuff. So I understand.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you said, I have to create my own opportunities now.
Yeah.
Because that's true.
Yeah.
People, if you don't see the doors opening up, You got to create your own opportunities.
100%. I mean, we have a freaking phone now. All of us you could be whatever you want to be here. And I think when you start and you're consistent, and the word is consistent.
Yes.
That's when you will see that opportunities are going to open up. You have to be patient and you have to really want to do it. And it's sort of like you said, you tried the acting thing. You thought you wanted that. You learned more about yourself and you said, you know what? I actually want to try the producing behind the scenes side. And you really fall into that and you're happy there.
Yes.
You know, and that's how you have to do it. It's sort of
you
like
find out. You find yourself.
out. You first go in, you do it, you're like, oh snap, this isn't what I wanted. You know, and then sometimes you actually make it and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm really famous now. Okay, I'm still really sad and empty inside. Who actually loves me? You know, so that's why I think it's really important to find good people in your life, good friends, because life is about experiences, good people and friends, and good food.
Ooh, yeah,
and
some good food, man.
Body.
Well, Oscar, man, would you bring party girl? Oh, Oscar's over raising his hands now.
I like to party. Invítame a la carne asada, guys, okay? Slide into my DMs. I will be there. I'm a dancer. I bring la cumbia.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually, I'm like the first one at a party to get the party started.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I love your attitude. It's so outgoing. Like, you came in here and it was amazing. You just came in and you lit everything up by just coming in. Seriously, she was like, hi. Usually I'm the one who have to go, hi. You're like, hi. She beat me to it. I was like, oh, shoot. Damn it. What do I do now? She just beat me to it.
I have a lot of energy. Yeah.
No, I love it. Don't worry. Monica, she always tells me I have to bring it down. So
I know. Sometimes I do too.
I know. We're like, oh. So you're matching me right now. It's like, I love it. You know, usually you don't find people that match your energy and stuff, but I love it. So what are some other characters that you're trying to build or you're kind of that's in the works right now with you? Because I see that you like you say, you like to build a lot of characters and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, I was trying to do like a Tia Concepcion. I put on like a wig with some glasses. I haven't really released the skits that much for it, but you know, I'm trying different things. I did character work on stage and seeing what fits, you know, what feels right for me, you know, and then I'm also trying to get back into stand-up. I'm just kind of dabbling in it, doing like 1 or 2 shows a month. I'm not really being consistent. I think I'm scared of it, but because I'm scared of it, I think I should push myself to go in there. I have a lot of friends in the stand-up world. Shout out to all the homies who do stand-up. It's hard work. You guys are amazing and inspire me. And yeah, I'm trying to just finish my movie. I got 3 months left. I'm in the coloring process and sound mixing. And then on the side of that, I'm a photographer as well. So I do headshots and I love photography and capturing people.
You're a woman that does so many things.
I know. I wear a lot of hats.
Yes, a lot of hats. But I love it because you're like, no, I want to. But that's what's good. Because you're learning like everyone's department. So when you do something, you kind of like know what in details of every department or in everything somebody does. You know, because I tell people that do film and stuff, you know, I'm a producer. Oh, okay, cool, you know, and then but they don't know anything about lighting, and not that they have to know so much, but just a little bit about lighting or pictures or behind the scenes type scenes, video, at least a little bit something about video. They just don't. They only know what they know. But you should be all around it.
I mean, I know a little bit of everything. I'm not like, for example, super skilled at the lighting. I actually work with my friend Christian, who's like incredible at lighting and cinematography. And then I'm like really good with people and coordinating and making people feel good, you know, and it depends on every job. You know, I also work with Oscar and I have like so many different friends that will call me up and they have their skill set that they're really good at. And I know a little bit of it, but I like to also hire people that are like super skilled on it, you know, so everybody's got their talent.
So with Joaquin, that's the one that you said we were talking off camera that it's about. It's been taking you about 3 years.
3.5.
3.5 years.
Going on 4. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
¿Y la película? ¿Dónde está la película?
But so, is it because of you getting into some obstacles with it?
I had an obstacle with it.
Yeah,
I had a sound obstacle. So it's been it's okay though. I'm pushing through right now, and because the industry's been really slow, sometimes the money isn't there to keep financing it. So I'm actually, I mean, I don't need to. I know this is a podcast, but I might be doing a little GoFundMe account. So if you guys want to donate to help me finish my movie. Sorry, just throwing that
you
in
did,
there.
Yeah, you did do a pitch.
It's my birthday month, okay? Be nice, okay? Don't take this away from the episode. Find my profile page now. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, you can take it off. It's
Sure,
fine.
it's not a pitch, but it is a pitch, guys. Don't fund me.
It's
No.
It's fine.
No, I no. People they feel like okay, like we just watched Horchata with oat milk.
Yes.
And that's been a couple years.
Yes.
You know, and people feel that they think, okay, something just comes out like, oh man, that was quick. Like, no.
No, it's been a long
Sometimes it's been a long time, you know. There's movies that have been in the pipeline for many years, and they finally come out and stuff, and you start you hear about them, and they start coming because a lot of people don't know what it details for a movie to be made.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't even know what it details to even be on set.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what's just some of your experiences on set?
Oh my God. Okay, so the biggest mistake I made, if anybody's going to be a filmmaker out there, whenever you're filming and doing BTS, don't post that stuff. Wait until a month before you are going to release it, because then your project starts to kind of get old and people like, you have to actually really, there's a strategy behind that. So make sure that you do it 1 month or 2 months before the release date and save all of that BTS that you did, but don't do it because it could be 3 to 4 years before it gets done, like me. So don't do that. And don't create an IMDb page until it's like a month before you're going to release it. Oh, the things I've learned. Okay.
Oh, because now you're like, I already, I get it. Yes, you're right. You're so right about that.
And then also you should probably write the script like to its entirety before you go out and film. Because
were you trying to do a Cheech and Chong thing or what? They wrote a page and they would just go out and act.
Yeah, literally that. Like I'd be like 1 week before filming and they're like, hey, Yubi, can you send us the script for next week's shoot? And I'm like, yeah, I should probably write that.
Oh my
I had the outline. Okay, I knew what was going to happen. I hadn't written it yet.
It was in my head. I visualized it, guys. I know what's going to happen.
But I would storyboard. I would talk to my director beforehand, and also making sure you do like a writer's a read through with the casting crew is really important. I didn't really do much of that, but yeah, just giving everybody freedom to improvise as well and work with the script and just have fun, I think was really great. I think the biggest scene I ever did cost me so each episode, it's a 26 episode web series.
Wow.
Pieced together is
That's season 1.
2 hours and 10 minutes. So each episode ranges from 2 minutes to 10 minutes each.
Okay.
So altogether, it's a feature film. It works like a feature film. And it's a flip-flop story between Joaquin and the girl he's looking for, who's the American, doesn't speak any Spanish, but is Latina, and Joaquin, who's very Mexican and doesn't speak a lick of English. So you can already see the difference of the flip-flop world. And then he's looking for her. She doesn't know that he's looking for her. She's just dealing with money issues, looking for love. And they're always like almost about to cross paths. Like 3 times. So you're like, oh my God, they're going to meet. And they don't meet. Like, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to spoil it. But I just, maybe delete that. Delete that. Oh my God. Okay. Gonna retake. Where they're almost meeting each other. And maybe they meet, maybe they don't. So it's, and it's really funny. I mean, there's a lot of, what's happening with immigration and everything is a very hard topic and stuff. But like there is the opening scene of Joaquin is him being chased by the Border Patrol. But it's funny. It's love. It's just with everything that's happening, I think we need to laugh. As Latinos.
Of course.
Like we need to find humor in like the little things. And I think with Joaquin, people are really just gonna laugh and just have fun, and I think we need that, and I can't wait for it to come out because
but you don't have a projected date or anything. You're just
I am projected for it to be finished by the end of summer, so 3 months, and then from there, depending on, I'm gonna look for some help to pitch it to networks or try to get it on a platform and hopefully get a little bit of money back because I've invested, I hate to say this, but like almost over $100,000 on this of my own money. I know.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. 3 years. It's like
but that's amazing because most people's their first films are not even that much.
I know.
So you really invested into this film.
I paid everybody. Yeah, my biggest episode I think cost me $4,000. It was a restaurant scene with 20 background actors, and I think I hired 7 Karens, like the Karen scene. It's like a whole bunch of them.
Wow.
And Joaquin is in there, like being a little busboy. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, there's
cool.
lowrider cars. Lowrider cars. I went on TikTok and I was like, hey, this is for the lowrider community. If you guys have a classic car, like hit me up because I need you guys. And they came through. Like actually some people hit me up and they're like, hey, put my car in there. You know, gave them like $100. I was like, thanks for coming out. You know, try to pay everybody as much as I could. And, you know, I got my friends in there. Jose is in there. Jose, he's Salvadorian Marian. I don't know if you know him. Leo Gonzalez has a little cameo in there. And the actors are just fantastic, working with Saeed and Issa. They're just so talented. And I really hope that this movie just like brings opportunity to them too, because they deserve it. I feel like there's so much talent. And, you know, I think it's great to work with top actors, name actors, but just to bring in new faces that are so talented and give more opportunity to Latinos. And it's not just Latinos, dude. It's so diverse, the cast. I hired Asians, African American. I think there's like an Indian in there that I threw in. And I was like, hey, come here, man. Let me throw you in there. Like, you know, all different heights. I got también. I got the short kings selling flowers. Conejo. He's excited for that role. And then I also got Chicanos, you know, the... Man, it's fun. It's fun.
This sounds like a really good movie. Like, and it's a comedy sketch. Everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love. Dude, you man, I am just. I am older than you, so I'm gonna say I'm proud of you.
Thank
like, wow,
you. Thank you.
You know, you backed. Like, you know, they say, you put your own money that much. Like, my goodness.
I know.
I mean, and you have to believe in yourself and to do something like that. And that's amazing. I love the fact that you did that. I mean, like I said, a lot of people, when they do their short films, it's maybe $5,000-$10,000, you know, like a little short film that they're doing. But
I'm telling you, I was blessed. That union job, like, was such a blessing because I really sat in a van and I just, like, wrote my series and got paid. So like I prayed to God and God answered my prayer.
Wow.
But the way I did that, because you know, people always ask like, how do you do it to Hollywood? Like, how are you able to make that kind of money? You know, I really believe that God will find a way for you. Like, call it God, call it the universe, call it whatever you want. If you're
you call it God.
God, You know, it's sort of like, but you have to really want it. You have to really want what you want, because if you don't get what you want, you really didn't want it. If I never decided to dress up as a boy and call up my friend Raul, like, hey, let's go out to the desert. I don't have like $100 and let's just go shoot it. I did want it to be a feature, but I was like, let me just shoot one episode and see what happens. And from there, boom. Because I was doing, you have something to talk about. When you have something to talk about, people are like, oh, dang, you're doing things. And you know what? People want to help people that are helping themselves. So if I see that you're putting in that effort, someone's going to want to push you up. But if I see no effort and you're like, hey, yo, homie, give me a hand up. Like, hey, what have you done? Oh, nothing? Okay, come back when you done something.
Exactly,
okay?
yeah.
You know, you gotta really like want it.
Yeah.
And be consistent. And then with time, people will feel it. And when you start believing in yourself a little bit more. But it's hard, you know, it's really hard because it is a luck thing, a luck and a numbers game. But I do believe that anybody could follow their dreams and be what they want to be. But you also need people around you that love you and support you. And it's really, really hard when you're around a lot of negative people. And sometimes that could be your own family, which is really tough, you know? And it's just because they come from a history of that with their parents and their parents. So it's like, how do you break that? You know, it's like, you just, it's hard, you know, you got to move out of your parents' house. Okay. Go hang out with Oscar. Go hang out with Raul. They're good people.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I love the fact, and you're saying something really good. You said, you know, you have to really believe in your goal and stuff. So what is your ultimate goal? Where do you see yourself, or where do you want to see yourself? And don't say just, oh, I want to see yourself red carpet walking down. No, I mean, where do you see yourself? What is it, the ultimate goal for you? To say that you could see where you're sitting down with a cocktail and going, I did it.
I did it. Honestly, bringing as many people up as I can and just
I like that.
Telling stories that matter and that could inspire others and make a change. I think right now we are in a time where I am seeing more Latino representation, especially with horchata and oat milk. I'm seeing more, and then I think when people see themselves in a short film, in a movie, it really is so inspiring. Somebody else will want to write, will want to do that, and it'll keep them busy. It'll keep them away from joining a gang or doing drugs. Because when you're bored, that's when you get into the negative stuff. But when you're actually excited about something, it really builds and inspires people. And I think that I've been inspired by other people. Robert Rodriguez, he made his own movie, and seeing people like Gabriel Iglesias and, George Lopez. Shout out George Lopez. I met him recently. Sorry. Okay. So much. Yeah.
Oh
they're big time people, but it's like, it's so cool to just see these comedians and other Eva Longoria, who's doing big things, and it's inspiring. And it's just like, I know I'm a part of the organization Latinas Acting Up with Diana and Lisa, and they're helping other women come up and be seen, and I think just becoming friends with the people that want to be in it, and just, hey, let's make a short film. Hey, let's do a skit. Hey, let's do this. And then somebody else sees it and is like, bro, that shit was funny. That was funny. Oh, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to send that to Babe. Hey, yo, Babe, you got to do this one with me. And then boom, like, we're all in it now. Yeah. It's cool.
And how do you, I could tell that, I don't know. I think I feel weird. Like if women are hating on you, or other women, I don't see why, because you have a great personality, and I can see you being somebody that just shoots it down right away. Like you walk into a room and you feel the tension.
Yeah.
I can see with your personality, you kind of already knock it out type thing.
And what's crazy is I could sense when somebody doesn't like me or another woman, and it sucks when it's like that, because the way I just see it is like, I'm a reflection of you. If you don't like me, it's because there's something about you that you.
But then they should like you, because you came in all bubbly. Look how you came in here.
I know, but it's okay. I mean, there's some sangronas out there, like, what can I say? There's all types of people in this world, and you also don't know where they come from and the history that they have. And, maybe they want something that they can't get themselves, and they, it could be like that, but it doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter. It's all love. I'm still going to love back, even if you don't like me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go be besties with you.
Sure, yeah.
It's sort of like, I'm going to also, you have to protect your energy. So I'll protect my energy and just be like, oh, hi, so nice to meet you. And I could just sense that they're like, and I'm just like, okay, have a great day. Bye.
You did it very well, too.
Thank you.
God.
¿Quién se cree? Y mira cómo está vestida. Those are fake Louis Vuittons. I'm like, yes, it is, actually. I got from the song, but I thought it looks real.
So what?
So what? Okay.
Care about budget.
I'm not there yet. Okay, I put it on my movie. ¿Y tú qué? Go to garage sale.
God. I love it, man. And thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
really appreciate it and stuff. Where can people find you? On Instagram, social media, and all your platforms. Okay, I said to Jerry Garcia one time, where can people find you? He goes, at home. I'm like, dude, no. I mean, your social media platform, bro.
I always introduced myself. I was like, hi, I'm Yubi, like Yubi tripping.
Yeah.
And if they don't laugh or smile, I'm like, we can't be friends, bro. We can't be friends. But my Instagram is actually Yubi tripping.
I know. I was like, yeah, Yubi tripping.
Yubi tripping. My username used to be YubiTube, and I changed it to Yubi tripping, because I always introduce myself as Yubi tripping, so I just feel like it makes sense too. It's either Yubi tripping or Yubi buying me a drink, bro. What's your name, girl? Yubi, like Yubi buying me a drink. It works sometimes. It worked.
Really?
Once or twice, I think I did at a bar.
God. I would have been like, what? Yeah, no, actually, no, it would.
Yeah,
Because you make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
bro.
you, girl.
See, your wife and your girlfriend don't make you laugh, so I'm going to make you laugh. Buy me my drink.
Your wife and girlfriend don't make you. So I make you laugh.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Yubi tripping. And then on YouTube, it's YubiTuber. Oh, YubiTube. I haven't changed it on YouTube, but I haven't been posting on YouTube consistently. I should, though. I'm going to start.
Well, no problem. But any last words? Anything you want to say that maybe I didn't ask you? That's on,
Same
your
thing
mind?
on TikTok. TikTok, I think it's YubiTube. Anything else? Just I think that's it. We talked about my movie, producing. If you guys have any questions, like feel free to DM me. I think there's nothing wrong with asking for
ask questions, of course. Always ask questions.
Definitely follow, Chicano Hollywood. Follow Nosotros. Follow Beyond the Frame. Follow anything that brings people together as Latinos. Support your friends. Go to premieres. Watch Latino made movies. Support and comment on people, your friends who are doing skits. A comment really goes a long way for us, to don't just like swipe, like really like
don't hate.
Don't hate, like love on each other.
It,
say a compliment. Like the more that you practice, and also practice gratitude, because the more that you do that, you'll see a shift in your life and blessings will come back to you. So
I love that.
Yeah, what you put
grateful. You got to be grateful.
Grateful, the biggest one.
Grateful.
That's the number one.
Yes.
I think that's what has changed my life is gratitude, and waking up every single day and practicing gratitude, but not just saying it, but really feeling it. And that is just having a bed, having shelter, having health. People, there's people in the hospital right now. We have to. We're all gonna die. Sorry. So let's just find gratitude in the now. Okay, I don't want to leave in a dark note now. I have to change. Okay, hold on. Let's live your life to the fullest. Listen, everybody. We have 7 days.
What? 7.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, I think it's time we end this, like right now.
Oh my god,
this was really fun.
Well, thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm just gonna end it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Oh my god, this is crazy.